Hello friends, welcome to my 2024 reading journal setup. I'm really excited to do a quick little flip through with you guys to show you what I ended up doing for spreads in terms of productivity, reading goals, tracking stats, and just overall like life setup, how I use my bullet journal every day, and basically just what works for me. So we have last year's bullet journal here. I'll probably be referencing a couple things inside, but this year I ditched the cloth bound and I actually went with leather, which I'm really excited about. Both of these are Archer and Olive. They're forever my favorite notebook brand. The specific notebook that I wanted to buy for this year was like green leather and it had a little design on it, but it was sold out in this B5 size that I really like, and I didn't really have time to wait for it to come back in stock, so I just went ahead and went with black, classic, tried and true. So let's open it up and I'll show you what we got going on. The title page, obviously, this book belongs to me. What I've been using this first page for, I'll show you in my previous bullet journal. I really love stickers, and somehow I keep acquiring stickers and not knowing where to put them. Caleb and I have been putting some of our stickers on the inside lid of our trash can, but my cute ones I've been putting on this title page. So this is what last year's looks like. I started putting another one on this second sheet here. I have another one of these stickers that will probably be my first one in my new journal. But yeah, I think that that's a cute little, I don't know, spot to put the stickers. It's kind of like a little time capsule. Like I can remember where I got each one of them. I just love them. I just love them. So I'm excited to continue with this blank spread here that I will continue my sticker collections. Turning the page, I always keep this first page blank. I don't know why. It's mostly an aesthetic thing because it doesn't like open very nicely, but after this first page, it opens up perfectly. Okay, this first spread that I'm going to show you is going to be my title page, as well as just like goals and intentions. So my title page, I went with a fantasy map theme. I'm absolutely obsessed with this. I took inspiration from Cassandra. I'm gonna put her video down below in the description because I think that her bullet journal setup was like my favorite journaling video that I've seen in a really long time, and she did this gorgeous 2-page spread of a fantasy map for her like intro to the book. Even doing just 1 page was a lot, and I don't know how she does it, but I'm obsessed with it. I love it so much. I still have this part blank as my word of the year portion. Last year this is what mine looked like. I just did a really simple kind of like torn book sort of vibe, and my word of the year last year was bloom. So here soon I'll like sit down and kind of check in with myself and see what I want this next year's word to be. So yeah, love this spread a lot. Here we have my goals and intentions of the year: bookish, creative, personal and health, and social financial. Obviously not filled in yet because I think that my friends and I are going to have a little like intention party that we'll probably get coffee and fill out our intentions for the year. So we'll probably do that in the next couple weeks, but excited to have this spread done. We can flip to the now tracking portion. So on the left side, we have just like social media tracking growth. It's really fun to see how the numbers progress every single month because sometimes in content creation, you kind of forget where you started, and growth really does like ebb and flow. Sometimes you'll grow a lot, sometimes you'll hardly grow at all between a couple months, and it's really nice to kind of look back and see like, oh, I've actually done a lot, or also use it as like, why did I grow so much in that period of time? Like look back at your content, see what people are liking, things like that. So I really love this little spread here. This is for YouTube, this is for my Patreon because my Patreon is called The Greenhouse, so it's a little leaf if you couldn't tell. And then this is Instagram. I don't really care about TikTok. I truly like, I don't have the mental capacity to do all of those things. So I have chosen Instagram because I know it. I don't like change. So we're doing these 3. That's what I do. Then we have a yearly tracker sheet. Okay, so typically a tracker you will fill out monthly and you'll track little habits that you want to do. What's funny is I will kind of expose myself really quick. I did this exact spread for last year, but I never even made a tracker sheet. It literally is still put in pencil, habit tracker ? Like I never did it. So will I actually come back and fill it out throughout the year? Remains to be seen. But I set it up, I did the hard part. The 3 things that I'm tracking throughout the year, because in order to keep it on one sheet, I could only track 3 things, which is fine. I chose the top 3 habits that I really actually want to kind of see how much I do throughout the year. And if you can see, it says work out, write, and cook. So working out, I want to, do better about it, take care of my vessel, that sort of thing. And then writing, I am trying to write a book, sort of. Like, I am. I just have trouble acknowledging that about myself. So I want to make sure that I'm trying to stay on top of writing. And then cooking. So Caleb and I fall victim to ordering takeaway quite a bit. So I want to try to track how many nights we're actually cooking dinner. And then maybe we can make ourselves feel bad about ourselves later and see how much money we could have saved if we didn't order out so much. So trackers here, we can go on to the next page. This is more tracking. So we have series tracker over here. little boxes that I'll fill in once I continue a series. And then we have pages/words over here. Last year it was just a page tracker, but this year I want to add like, I'll do 2 bars per month tracking how many pages I've read and words that I've written. I thought that was fun. I'm excited about this. I'm excited to see how the growth progresses, and I just love a good graph moment. So yeah, I'm excited about that. We can go on to my greenhouse spread. So the greenhouse is my Patreon, like previously mentioned. There's a spot for each month that I will keep track of different things, and those little sections are going to be like Nightcrawler Book Club, which is the book club that I run for my wildflower and ecosystem tiers. Every month we have a main book club pick, and then we also have a secondary buddy read pick. The main book club picks get a live show discussion every single month alongside a private Discord thread, and the buddy read pick also gets its own private Discord thread, and also I do an exclusive reading vlog every single month for it. Then I have just like a little planning section, events that we're doing, probably like readathons or movie nights or things like that, and then exclusive. So like this will be where I'll write like, oh, I'll do a reading vlog for the buddy read pick. Every single month my Patreon gets an exclusive monthly reset video, so things like that is what I will write there. And then another thing that I actually forgot to write down was every month in my Spin the Bottle TBR, I do a greenhouse compendium pick, which is like I choose a book from a jar with a bunch of paper in it from suggestions from my patrons specifically. That book also gets an exclusive reading vlog, usually joined with the buddy read. Okay, so then I will write what book won for Greenhouse Compendium and make sure that I'm keeping track of that. This is really fun because I like to track what my rating was, what my Nightwormies rating was for the book, see what has been working for everyone, see what hasn't been working, and plus, these are the best plants I have ever drawn in my entire life. Please look at them, like, they're so cute. Okay, because I'm no artist, but like, I did that. Okay, so then we can go past the greenhouse spreads. Next is one of my favorite things ever. I saw this spread idea from Boston like forever ago, and I've just used it ever since. So it is just like a video ideas board, but they're like little sticky notes, right? Like the cutest thing ever. And I'll just write little video ideas, things that are submitted to me from my Patreon or things that I just randomly think of, and I'll just keep track of them. And I can come here if I'm ever like, I don't know what to post this week, you know, I can come to a little post-it note board, and it's really cute. Next, we have a year at a glance spread, which is new for this year. I didn't do this last year, but I think it looks really pretty. I thought this would be beneficial so that I could write down just like different things that are happening each month so that I can plan content wise. Like we know June is Pride Month, so I will write like Pride Month and make sure that I'm preparing to read specifically for Pride Month, things like that. Readathons coming up, specific events in my life, things that I know I'll have to plan around. Like it's just really nice to see it all in one location so I can plan accordingly. I think it turned out really well. I really like it. Next, we have the video schedule. So this was really placed strategically. So it's like video ideas, then it's like, okay, but keep these things in mind before you schedule your videos, right? So I did this spread last year and it really helped because it's literally just a space that I could write down a list of ideas for videos that I might want to do for a month, and then I just can like pick from them. And being able to see like, oh, in March I want to do a specific reading vlog, so I have to acquire said books in February, and that way I can just see that easily. It's really kind of a nice little one-stop shop for, you know, video planning. So really happy with that. Very simple. Next, we have, oh my God, my favorite thing ever, monthly shelves. All right, let me show you what mine was last year because it was fine. There's nothing wrong with what I did last year, but it was just kind of boring. And I have a very minimalistic style anyways. Like I don't really have time to keep up with, you know, the pretty like themed monthly spreads. Like I give bullet journalers so much credit because like, I'm gonna put Lisa's channel down below in the description as well. She is freaking amazing. Okay, so you need to go look at Lisa's channel too because her bullet journal videos are my literal favorite things ever. I don't have time for that. Nor do I have the energy or the artistic skill. So I have a very like, you know, minimalistic, simple sort of vibe, which works for me and I'm happy with it. I've accepted this about myself, you know? So these were my monthly shelves last month and I just had like the names on the side. It doesn't look very pretty because I started highlighting whether I read it like in physical and audio, Kindle, just physical, audio, or DNF. And I'll probably do something like that similarly this year, but I'm probably gonna do it a little bit differently because I don't like how this looks. So I decided to be a little bit creative and I thought that this was really cute. Turned out really well. Like I love my little Kit Kat on a windowsill here. January, February, March, April, May, June. The little porthole, like it's so cute. Next, we have July, August. I have to find a black colored pencil. I meant to do that before the video and I'm remembering now that I forgot to do that, but I'll color in the night sky a little bit there. September, October, November, December, and then best of 2024. I'm kind of obsessed with how these turned out. Like I really love them. This will make me actually want to come and fill in the shelves every month. So I'm really excited about it. I really love it, but we could move on. Just look, it's so cute. one more time. Oh my god, precious. Okay, next. Oh, that's really it, because next is going to be just like my monthly spreads. Like I said, I don't really do like a title page and, you know, all the frills every month. So this is my very basic setup that works for me really well. I do this every single month. The only difference is every month I choose a different color. That's the biggest difference that happens. So January, I chose blue because it's kind of a cold color. It's going to be cold in January. So literally it's just January. Planning on the side, trying to keep track of what I need to read, plan, edit, film, write that week. I'll put usually right over here, coinciding with the given week. At the bottom, I'll keep track of my TBR. I'll usually do like a spin the bottle section and then like a section for mood reads. And then if I'm doing a readathon, I'll do another readathon section as well. It's very simple, but like the way that my brain works is if there's too much going on, all of the things that I write in the boxes of what I have to do gets lost, and then I get really overstimulated and I get really stressed out because there's too much happening. I've really found that like the simpler, the better. Like I do a little drop shadow on all of the boxes here, but if I do it in any color other than gray, like even if I did the same color blue, that's still too much color for me. I found that out last year that I was trying to just add a little bit more pizzazz in some of my spreads and just make it more colorful. And those months were terrible for me because I just couldn't focus. I couldn't open this and like actually understand what my responsibilities were. So it's not super exciting, but it's very functional for me. So I'm just gonna keep doing what works. From there, I've been slowly like filling out the other boxes for the remainder of the year, just so that when the time comes, I can start planning or like jotting down notes in pencil of like what I think that I'll want to do for a certain month, you know? And then after December, I usually will keep a 2-page spread blank just in case I don't know, mess something up and need to do something there. And then after that, this is where it would start my daily spreads. So again, very, very simple. For January, I would take the same color blue and write January here, just like really small. And then the rest is just black pen. Sometimes I'll highlight things with a gray highlighter, but I'll just do like a daily to-do list basically, or I will do a journal entry, or, you know, it's all interspersed. Every single day has its own space just as I go. That's what works for me. So again, maybe it's not a lot going on, but I really, really like it. I'm excited to go into the new year with a fresh bullet journal every year, and I am really excited to see what 2024 has in store for me and you guys, if you think about it. But that's it. So let me know down below what spread was your favorite. If you got any inspiration from me, I'd love to see your videos too. So tag me if you do take any inspiration. I'd love to see it. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for being here and hanging out with me for a little bit. If you don't know what to say, then leave me the composition notebook emoji down below in the comments. While you're down there, please do subscribe and like the video. I always appreciate your support. And of course, be kind to one another, and happy reading and journaling. Bye.